It's a pretty nice campsite. Not a bad campsite at all. Last night, got in the low 30s. Didn't freeze, but it was in the low 30s. The first 19 miles of this road, County Road 520, which goes by the Rio Grande Reservoir, it's really pretty easy. It's been graded. It's not very washboardy. You wouldn't even have to air down your tires, but we did. But from the campsite at 19 miles, it started getting a little bit rougher. But we're not to the rough part yet, and we're still about almost 10 miles from the summit of Stony Pass. So we've got a good ways to go. I expected these creek crossings to be a little deeper with all the rain we've had the last several days. Now we're entering Brewster Park. It's a really pretty valley with the Rio Grande River running through it. So far, this has been a real interesting and scenic trail. It's the Rio Grande River off to our left. Camped last night on the Rio Grande, but we were above the canyon. It was really pretty, but it was really cold. From the eastern entrance to Brewster Park, it's still about 15 miles to the County Road 2 north of Silverton. So we've got a good ways to go yet. I think it's a couple, 3 hours. Really pretty valley though. There's a nice campsite right there. We're still close to 10,000 feet. My thermometer on the Jeep says it is 34 degrees. So far the Stony Pass road has been fairly easy. We've got it in 4-wheel drive, but only to disconnect the sway bar. We don't need 4-low yet. There were a couple of moose, a mom and her little baby, down in the Rio Grande River by that beaver dam. But I got a picture of them, but they were too far away from my camera lens. Only having 135mm zoom. But pretty neat to see. Pretty neat to see. Might be a good place to spot a moose. This is kind of like the area where the moose were back about a mile. Well, we're above 10,000 feet now and going up. Starting to get a little bit more rocky. like we've got some company caught up to them on this rough spot. Also looks like it's getting ready to rain. I think there's supposed to be 1.5 miles of this. We've gone about a little over 1/2 mile, so we've got some time to go. Not too bad. We're down 4 low. Sway bar disconnected. This could be worse. Could be in a Prius. I just ran into all these guys, and they're all from Evansville, Indiana, so that was quite a surprise. Nice guys and gals. I think I'll stick with them for a while. Need some company. It's getting ready to storm. We may not be able to see much from the summit. Looks like we're getting ready to have a pretty healthy storm. Just past the Kite Lake Road. We've got about another 10 miles to go before we get to County Road 2 north of Silverton. Maybe a wet trip. Well, this would be a really scenic trail if it wasn't for the storm, but looks like we're gonna have to look at pictures on the internet to see what it was like. Or maybe come back next year. Nice trail though. Well, we're at 11,500 feet now. Getting close to the tree line. About another 500 feet. 1,000 feet from the summit. Don't think we're going to see much today. This is really a pretty meadow up here at the top of the mountain. A lot of color.
12-5. Route 2.